morning, everyone. Michael from Jena. Just wanted to do a really quick culture piece on this. And if my computer skills are what I think they are, you should be looking at a picture of a screen grab of a particular website, 9.com.au, and it's an advertisement for Married at First Sight, and it's like an article, like, oh my god, hard-hitting news, but it's really just an advertisement for a show. And it says something like Married at First Sight bride endures cringeworthy porno kiss, disaster marriage to tradie, I think. Now these words, they choose them very carefully. They've got precious little space to stick on these web pages, so there's no word that is there by accident. And the words I would focus on are endures and tradie. So this is we all know Married at First Sight. This is a person that had free rights to go out and do whatever it is they want, and they signed them all away so that they had to get married on a date specified by a TV producer to a person they'd never met before but was carefully chosen by someone else. And if it didn't go down badly, or if it wasn't controversial in some way, or if it wasn't shocking somehow, the TV show wouldn't make any ratings, so they wouldn't make any money. So it was always going to be some sort of controversial disaster from the get-go, from the beginning. And this person has signed the contract, and here they are, and the word endures is the first one they wanted to talk about. This is the whole, there's nothing she could do, she was stuck in it, she didn't want to be there, but she had no options, poor her, everyone's against her, and we've all got to save her, and she's unhappy, and she's miserable, and she's being attacked, and she chose to get married to a complete and utter stranger. And we all knew that this stranger was going to do something controversial. One of the other guys said something like every woman should be in the kitchen, and I think one of the other guys said some crazy shit as well, and it's all just a beat up. And then the second word, tradie, it's a guy, and it's like a hard-working guy, and it's like it's a non-elite guy. It's not a millionaire guy. It's not although some tradies do well, it's not an ultra-powerful guy. He's a working-class guy, and he's the baddie, right? And you see this absolutely everywhere at the moment. This is in every corner of all the media all the time, and it's spreading into actual culture with like uni students believing they're hurt for tiny little things and offended for tiny little things, and that everyone's against them always. And it's really taken over our culture, in my opinion. And I have a theory about what it is. What makes humans happy? Like we watch TV so we can get some rush of endorphins or something, right? We want to feel happy. We come home from a hard day at work and we want something to make us feel better. And what makes you feel better than feeling the hero? Than having some sort of sense of, I made things better today, I saved people today, things were bad and then I did something. And then the world got better. We love to feel like the hero in the movie. Like you go to all the trouble in the movie to make Bruce Willis the hero. Why not make the person sitting on the couch the hero? We can live vicariously through Sylvester Stallone or Arnold Schwarzenegger, or we can actually literally be the hero ourselves. So how do we do that? All right, well, we need a damsel. You've got to have a damsel, man. All these nursery rhymes, they've got something that's attractive and innocent, usually a female, who has been terribly unjustly dealt with and is held against her will and is suffering, and the suffering is complete and utter absolute injustice. It's not some quasi grey area injustice like something abortion, euthanasia, one of those sorts of things that everyone always wrestles with the morality over. This is just cut and dry evil, and something must save this damsel. And who saves the damsel in this particular case? It's us. We go on Twitter and say, oh, that guy's terrible, poor lady, and then that trends, and then we feel as though, yeah, we're part of this global trend to save this. They're just orchestrating a damsel so that we can feel the hero. But here's my point. You can't have a damsel without a villain. You've got to have the bad guy, right? You've got to have someone there that you can hate. If the damsel gets herself stuck, with this lady totally did, gets herself stuck in some stupid situation, if she gets locked in a room somehow and she can't get out, well, she's not much of a damsel, she's just a fool. Someone needs to have hurt her. So, for this someone has to pay a price for this whole thing. If the TV show is going to orchestrate a victim, a damsel, we're going to feel a hero, but someone's going to have to pay the price and going to be the villain. Who else is it going to be? It's going to be dudes, it's going to be men every day of the week. It might be something like some evil old stepmother sort of thing, like an older woman that's jealous. But usually, I reckon 9 times out of 10, it's some unsuspecting guy who went on TV. I mean, you see it in the MasterChef thing. There was the Schwarzenegger guy from Broome in that MasterChef show one time, and they play them out to be the worst guys ever. But we need a villain, and so often the villain is male. Admittedly, sometimes it's like the evil stepmother, and sometimes it can be like the bitchy pretty girl. That one happens in MasterChef a bit. But I feel that we're falling into this trap and that they're getting us pretty easily. There's a lot of people that are saying switch off the TV. I've switched off the TV years ago, but I'm still going to 9.com.au apparently. Well, we got to get past this archetype of seeing men as being a villain, or sometimes pretty girls and sometimes evil stepmothers as being a villain, just so we can have a damsel, just so we can feel heroic back at home. You want to feel heroic? Go out and do something heroic in real life, You want to find a villain? Go find a real villain. Go make an actual judgment. You want to save an innocent? Go find a real innocent to save. But this looking at TV and getting kicks, sitting on the couch, and some dude, indeed potentially a whole gender, paying the price for it. This is sick and evil. We shouldn't be doing this sort of thing. Anyway, I'm going to review the Jordan Peterson book, 12 Laws, because he talks a lot about this. And so I'm going to do chapter by chapter, and those videos will follow. I'm through chapter 1. It's long, so I'll try and get them out daily. But anyway, see you guys. Thanks for listening.